cash.
Finding a place and locking them in. WNBA is about to begin. Gotta trust the process if you wanna win, cause Just Cash is back. You better tell your friends when Angel Reese walks in a bar with Asia Wilson and Caitlin Clark. These bookies don't know where to start. We be killing them all, tearing them apart. They can't mess with us, they can't mess with you. And I'm never gonna cuss cause I love you too. Hit thumbs up if you want good luck. Girls thinking that we fresh and they wanna We be winning the bets and they be rolling up. By far we the best, you ain't good enough. Ain't a damn thing funny, man, you know what's up. You wanna win some money, it's time to lock in, bruh.
Lock in, lock in, lock in.
Lock in, bruh.
Lock in, lock in.
That's a flagrant foul. It's a hard
Lock in, bruh.
Here we got another.
Lock in.
Just Cash.
Yo, what's good, fam? Welcome back, one and all. We're here talking the solo game basketball. It's Just Cash. Woo-hoo!
Baby!
Welcome. Get in here. Hey, I hope you guys are doing well today. We're here just talking this little solo game for the night and looking ahead for tomorrow. It's Just Cash, baby.
Hey.
Join with Underrated.
Hi,
How are you,
E.
sir? How are you?
I'm good. I'm gonna pretend. Hey, do a little role play. Here's a bookie. Hey guys, how you doing? You wanna make a bet? Hold on. Oh no! Oh no! Oh, ouch! Ouch! Kill them all. There you go. How's that feel? How'd that feel to start the show? Get out of here!
Hey, it feels pretty nice. Feels good. Yeah, we're doing our best here. And, had some unfortunate mishaps this morning. Could have been such a beautiful day. The hooks, the Miles injury, really kind of put a stinging in the heart. But
Dang it.
Malanga, 5 of 9 from the line. Or no, was it 5 of 9, 4 of 9 from the line? Still just, coming up with 16 points. Man, that one really, really sucked. But hey, injuries are going to happen. It is what it is. And the rest of the plays, though, came through for us. No problem. Hamby, not even close. Big Sydney was a late ad with the Cardoso news. And then Fom ended up clearing her 4.5 and 5.5 lines. So hopefully you guys got a piece of it. And the, lean plays that we also talked about were pretty solid, I think, overall. We had a few could have beens and some of the plays that brought up in chat were, really, really strong pregame and ended up coming through. We also sniped us a nice little Prizepicks error. They had Nate Howard at 10.5 RA at half, and she had 10. So really surprising to see. But hey, if you're in the Discord, we had that free slip and the Atkins under live. So that cashed. And if you played a little bit more of it, then hopefully you're looking pretty good. But if you want something with us today, or if you just want to support the channel, as always, hit that like button down below for us. It helps us out and helps us really grow our channel. Just hit our new milestone of 2K. Really, really excited. Love to see it. And we've been getting a lot of people here in between sports. So appreciate you guys very, very much. If you're new here, hit that subscribe button, turn the noties on, and be a part of the Discord. Come check it out. That's where all the live bets will be, the errors, any kind of stuff like that. We got 7-day free trials, week-long, month-long, and season-long passes. So come check it out if you're new.
You sound refreshed.
I am. Well, I'm definitely not near as slurred up as I was last night, sober, drinking water most of the day, and actually got some good sleep.
Oh, that's wonderful. That is wonderful.
Yeah.
That is great.
Yeah.
That is great news. I feel like because the two morning games and the morning game yesterday, I feel like we're starting a fresh week today for some reason. It's weird to think, but it feels that way. And we have a great game tonight. We just need to figure out this Gabby news. But man, this should be a doozy. A doozy, right? It's a good word.
A doozy. Yeah, doozy. Yeah, exactly. Two pretty powerful, high-powered teams. Indiana, obviously the offense is been, I think, solid. The defense has been pretty suspect. They're still doing a couple things well, but second half woes continue for them. Golden State, we are waiting around for Gabby news. I will say I do believe that she is going to suit up tonight. Did see her at practice today, and she was, just going through warm-ups and what have you. Pretty confident that she'll play unless that back, tightens up between now and until tip-off. It looks like more than likely she'll be good to go. So let's just kind of operate mostly, 90, 10% on the side of we think that she is going to play. We'll find out news, I think, fairly early enough for this. But, I think she's going to suit up for us tonight.
Okay,
so,
hey.
with that being said...
Yeah, I was going to say, with that being said, do you want to put Burton on the list, or do you want to look at it and try to find the best prop, and we'll say if Gabby's in? Because if you think it's 90-10, we better... Because all these lines are a little too high. It makes me think that they think the lines are set. But why would Burton be 12.5 points? That's crazy.
Well, I mean, for Burton, a couple positives and a few things for us to be, I think, somewhat cautious about. She did play Indiana extremely well so far this season.
Ooh.
I mean, no slouch at all. She really popped off against them. And
that was in May, though. I feel like she was chucking more in May, right? And the team wasn't as together. They weren't rotating as much, et cetera, et cetera.
Yeah, it's a little bit of a different situation than what we have right now because she was obviously very, very active at the beginning of the season shooting. But now it has taken a huge step back. Now, I think really just the biggest thing for her is one of two things. One being the free throw potential, because that's really for her what kind of pushes her scoring up and over the top. The threes are going to be what they are. Not a great matchup for it in general. She's not the best three-point shooter either, so I don't think that's necessarily a way that she gets us. The free throws being one major thing. Indiana continues to be top in free throws allowed per game, fouls and whatnot. And then the other thing would be from the transition. Thankfully, Burton's usually the one causing the turnovers and then, forcing the ball into somebody else down the lane. But in the event that she is the one who just gets to drive it all the way, she's putting up points from that. So we'll pick up, a little bit of Clark on the other side. So that could always happen. But fingers crossed, that's just going to be, an assist converted there for her. It is a high line, though. I mean, you look at recent matchups and comparable players. They're not faring so well in this particular matchup. Also, being a road game, I don't think that's anything too crazy for her. It's a higher line than what it should be. So you are right. Maybe books are kind of pre-pricing it for that. But, tough. I do like the under, though, if Gabby plays. I think that's a pretty sharp call.
Now, if Gabby does play and we like the under, the first glance would be the 12.5 points, but is anything else in there that makes sense, or is it 12.5 points straight up? We're going with that. That's the question.
Probably, yeah. I mean, either that or maybe the PR. That would be another thing that I can kind of, see essentially the same, but it really is just going to circle back to whatever that scoring output looks like.
Yeah, because the rebound's 3.5 plus money. They just add 3 implied for the PR, so either or. She can get a random 4 or 5 boards, though. So either way.
Maybe even the PA, it is still Indiana after all, and they've been fairly good about that. She only had 3 in the 2 previous games, so.
Let's see. PA is 17.5, assists 5.5, so they're putting that down a little bit. PRA 20.5. It's all about the same. The dang same. Yeah.
Yep. All right. Well, let's talk about our 2 maybe plays that we already had kind of loaded up. They did both unfortunately bump, and I think at least for Thornton, we still got a couple options on the table. Kelsey Mitchell is pretty well at 20.5 almost everywhere now.
Yeah, I can't find 21.5 anymore, sadly.
That's okay. Let's see. What was her?
I did play the 21.5 a little bit, but I wanted to put a little more on it. So hopefully I looked at her PR, I looked at her PA, looked at her PRA. Nothing really. They're not giving us much to mess with, unless you think the fantasy makes sense.
It could be a look. I mean, it's going to be the most tax thing that she does have. The turnover potential is going to be there for her, but I don't know. I don't know what that RA might be looking like. I mean, we just want whatever the highest line is for her to stay under, because
she's not getting any RA. It's just they didn't give us much to mess with. I think her PR is 25.5. So
yeah, she
what's the fantasy?
Traditionally comes with some comes with some turnovers. The fantasy's at 29, or here's an even better line, 31.05 on Underdog.
Okay.
I like that.
Okay. So we still have something fun. Under 31 fantasy on Underdog. How do we break that down now? Like, does she get steals and blocks? If not, I think that's a nice one. Ooh.
She's gotten a couple recently, but also fairly easier matchups.
So really, it's like, man, if we do that though, and she gets some random stupid steals, oh my gosh! If Caitlin throws the ball at her and she steals it from her 3 times, or some dumb pass she does, or oh my gosh, I'll never forgive myself.
Who are you talking about, for Mitchell or for Burton?
I'm talking about for Mitchell if we did the fantasy. Oh yeah, I'm tripping. Oh my gosh. I'm so tripping. Okay, good. Yes, I like it then. I just didn't want Caitlin to be the reason my brain is not working correctly yet. I need to light this joint. That's why.
No, I think this is a totally fine play. She's had a couple pop-offs, with the assists and stuff like that, but traditionally not exactly the biggest RA getter.
Do we think it's going to bump down? Because it is rather high. Do you have lines for before? Like, is this a normal line, or do you not pay attention to her? She's been so on fire. We haven't been looking at her unders. But obviously, when Golden State's in town, different story. So do you think this is a lower line, or is it a normal line?
Well, the 29.5 on Prizepicks, like somewhere in the range of 29 and 30 is pretty normal for her. But the 31 on Underdog, that's kind of like out there. Okay.
I'm super with that then. Let's do it. Oh, I'm stoked. We want Gabby in though still.
Yeah. We definitely want Gabby to play, because I mean that'll likely be her on-ball defender. But this fantasy, I think, is a perfect pivot. If you missed out on the 21.5 points, totally fine here, because she could easily just go out and have 3 RA, have a couple turnovers, and maybe get a steal, and skirt right around 20 points and still stay under.
Yeah, dare I say, I like the fantasy just as much as the 21.5 points. I think it feels just as good.
That's quite a bit.
Yeah.
That's quite a bit, yeah. Okay. I like it. Let's put that as kind of a side addition to the fan, or we just want that as a separate play altogether.
Good question. I don't know, man. I like it just as much now, though. But we don't want to have 2 units on it, right?
I mean, we could at least put it up there for like a half, or put it as like a placeholder if missed 21.5 points,
let's just put it right here. Under 21.5, like that, or do you want to put it on a whole separate line, you're saying?
No, in there's perfect. Yeah.
Okay. So we'll just say 30, what is it?
31.05.
Stupidest thing I've ever heard. 0.05. What? Oh my gosh. I'm just going to put fantasy points like that. How does that look?
Yeah, that's good.
Okay, cool. So we'll leave that. And then, so what if she goes over her 21.5 and under her fantasy, or vice versa? How are we going to score it, though? That's the only thing.
Well, we'll figure that out here in a little bit.
Oh my gosh. Okay. Should I put Burton on their list as well, in case Gabby's in? 12.5 points.
Yeah, I think so.
All right, let's do it then. The man has spoken.
All right. Well, so with Kelsey Mitchell, though, we did see in the previous two games the way that Golden State handles most of their opponents as far as like star-powered shooting guards. They were sending in doubles and traps at her as much as possible, and she really, really struggled in those two games, only able to put up 19, 14 points. And I think, honestly, assuming that Gabby plays, it'll be the same situation here. She'll be hip to hip with her for majority of the game, and then they'll send the help coverage as much as possible. Indiana also has kind of a brutal schedule. They played quite a few games recently to begin with already, but so they play tonight, and then they play Friday and Saturday. So real good chance Caitlin Clark is, 100% out for one of these two upcoming games. I'm thinking that she plays tonight. They lean on her a little bit more than per usual, and she's going to end up sitting out on Friday and play limited minutes on Saturday. So with that being said, it would make a lot of sense for Golden State to kind of draw up their defense to do the same thing. We know that Clark is going to be on some kind of a minutes limit. Just let her have her single coverage, chuck her threes. What happens? Let the cards fall where they may. And outside of that, put more pressure on Boston, put more pressure on Kelsey Mitchell. If Boston stays out of foul trouble, we'll probably see them checking it down to her as much as possible. But outside of that, though, still going to be a tough spot for Kelsey Mitchell. And if they give Caitlin Clark that free reign, she's just going to let it fly in her 20, 25 minutes, however long she's out there. She played really well against them so far this season, and we saw them kind of flip the script from last year where they put all the full court pressure on Caitlin and limited her to basically nothing. I think she had 10 and 11 points against them, and Kelsey Mitchell, had a reasonable outing. But this year, quite a different situation. So all that being said, love the under potential for her, and I think these players kind of getting a little bit gassed too. The fatigue is surely catching up with a few of them here.
Sorry, I was grinding up my weed over here.
Oh, you're good. All right, so that's what we got for Indiana. Now, I will say small consideration for either Clark or Boston scoring output. Boston is kind of high. Caitlin Clark's affordable, but we know that she's going to be on some unknown limits. Sophie surprisingly lit it up in this matchup. She went for 11, I believe. Yeah, 11 in both prior games. Not a bad situation for her here again. Just whatever unknown amount of minutes that she plays. That's kind of a night-to-night thing. Let's see. And then Billings, most of the other players just kind of throw them in where they are. All right, let's flip over to the other side, talk about Kayla Thornton, who I still kind of like this play with or without Gabby, but did play pretty terrible this last game without Williams out there. Only, 12 minutes? Yeah, 13 minutes, 2 points. Played really, really bad to say the least. But this matchup, not necessarily the best. Rebounds were terrible in the prior two. Scoring really, really bad, and then had 10 points in the other one. So I still like the PR line. I'm thinking now maybe with the bumps, are we having to kind of pivot towards the PRA or the fantasy maybe a little bit more here? Or how you feeling about her?
I was going to say, I don't know about the fantasy because I'm always not knowing about the fantasy, but I wanted to say I saw Starfall said, and what's up, bro? How you doing there? Buddy? He said Thornton fantasy line under 19 fantasy and under 9.5 first half. So he was onto a little value there. What does that look like to you? The 19 fantasy, what is that on Underdog?
No, actually, now seeing the Underdog line, they have her at 16.05. So it is quite a big difference. Looks like she did bump down to 18 on Prizepicks. That kind of sucks, but it's still a little bit up there, And
then he had 9.5 first half. What is that, PRA? 9.5?
That's probably fantasy. Yeah, it was PRA or her fantasy. Sorry.
First half fantasy. Gotcha.
Yeah, that's I mean, honestly, still the 18 fantasy I'm not that mad at. The PRA, for that matter, she doesn't really get that many assists. It's quite
Yeah.
sporadic from game to game.
Yeah.
Totally fine with the 15 and a half.
Okay. Cool. So we can pivot to the PRA because we missed the PR now that it's moved. So we just need Gabby in. Come on, Gabby. Let us have some unders. Let us have some fun today, Gabby.
I wouldn't be surprised to see this even go down to like 13 flat on Prizepicks.
Yeah. So PRA is the way. Okay.
Yeah. She just doesn't really have that big of a role in this matchup. The other side of things with Billings, she doesn't really play that heavy minutes, so they kind of match between the two. Go a little bit smaller for Golden State, and I think for that, we'll likely probably see more Chin, a little bit more Salon splashed around. But yeah, for Thor, if that three's not falling and she's not cooking from the field scoring wise, I mean, coach is just putting her minutes into the dirt. You can see all the games kind of sandwiched around the poor performance here. Minutes are way, way down. So it is a gamble. Don't get me wrong. She could go out there and rock our shit and, easily play 25 minutes or more. But if she's not playing well or she gets in early foul trouble, coach is just nerfing her minutes well under 20.
Let me throw this out there. I do see 5 rebounds on Prizepicks.
I saw that earlier too. That is tempting.
Yeah. Because we know Indiana rebounds is not the thing, and we know she doesn't hang out down there to get rebounds. It's kind of higher for her history of rebounds, I think, because just her name value, it makes you think she's going to get rebounds because she's a big she's just a big player. She plays big. She looks like she's supposed to be down low, pushing people around to get rebounds, but really, she's not really under there getting rebounds like you'd think. So
no, she's just like Grinder. They could get the rebounds, but they choose not to.
She's even worse than Grinder though, because she's not even under the hoop like that.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like she's always staying out of the 3-point line. It's hard to get rebounds from the 3-point line.
So honestly, either or, totally fine with that. Now considering with the bumps and everything, still looks good.
Man, I don't know what to
this
play.
news anytime now.
I'm torn now. I mean, 5 rebounds. Man, I don't think she's getting 5 rebounds against Indy.
It's a tough spot.
I really don't even know why it's that high.
Well, 6 rebounds, not even 5. 5 for the push, but needing 6 to lose. It's a little bit high.
Right. Okay.
Well, we'll circle back to that one because I still think any kind of exposure to her today is good.
Josh Gillum says it's going to be a Chen game, and they never have her props up. They had her last game, actually, but maybe they'll give us her props late.
She was a super late ad. Yeah, she was like 11 and a half points, something ridiculous.
Yeah, that was really high, huh?
Yep. Looking in retrospect, I think anytime we get some random props like that, just at least game 1, just taking them under, all of them just under.
I see Sean Drake in the chat.
Big Sean Don. What's up, man?
Sean the Don. He says he needs he's gonna go on vacation, so he needs a good 2-pick. Oh. Okay, well, guess what? If we give you a 2-pick, Sean, and it doesn't come through, are you going to cancel your vacation? That's what I want to know. Because I want to know how much we got to, how much pressure's on us, basically. That would be fun.
That's a good question.
That'd be really
good
fun.
Counterpoint.
Yeah.
All right. Well, honestly, folks, I think today just keeping a little bit more chill. I do like the plays that we have right now. You added the Burton one, so we're just looking out for the Gappy news. If you want to play something from Indiana, again, we got Kelsey Mitchell unders. If I had to take an over, looking at either Clark or Sophie, but, minutes are what they are with those two. Everybody else, honestly, just kind of getting lost in the sauce. I would not mind Gabby at 13 and a half points. I'm surprised with the amount of overs that were bet on her last game. She did the same thing. She was at 13.5, moved up to 14.5 right before locks, and then was, the late scratch. So that 13.5, if she is a full go, that's fairly low. She can get a lot of free throws in this matchup.
Oh, Gabby.
Gabby.
We don't want her back to lock up in the middle of the game and piss us off like Miles' ankle.
Yep. But yeah, and you're right. A player coming back from injury, and there's always that looming threat. Something stupid could happen. So nothing too crazy. Let's not get too carried away with it. The live betting has been outstanding. We smacked it up again today. Had some good stuff going on. Be a part of that. Can't stress that enough. Come check it out, guys. Come check it out. All right, let's just, I think, open up the floor. Let's talk about, see what you guys got. Look at some stuff for tomorrow as well. Tomorrow's slate, honestly, pretty mid. Now, Friday will be a banger. We do have 4 games, and then I believe 4 games or 3 games on Saturday. So a lot of action heading into the weekend. Tomorrow, one good game, one kind of,
I think we can find some stuff maybe still with the Washington game. They did just add some new players. They added Angsler's been balling out. Her lines might be too high. Sarah Ashley Parker's on the board now. Something to look at least. Alrighty. Ready to get in and talk to the peoples? See what they're talking about?
Yeah, let's go ahead.
These
that way,
kids.
these props probably come in.
Alrighty. We are at 132 watching. Appreciate you guys. Did Argentina get the win? We missed it right before we got on here. I know they were up 2-1. That was a crazy ending. Let's see. I don't even see it here anymore. So it's over, I guess. Oh my God. They got the win, huh? Wow, crazy. All right. Well, all we got left is WNBA today, so let's get it. Logan says, let's effing go. My 3-leg parlay hit. Hamby PRA. Bingo. Under Ray Burrell. Ray Burrell over 14.5 points. Nice one. And Weezy Erica Wheeler over 9.5. You are a brave man. You are a brave man with Erica Wheeler over, sir. You get the money, and you deserve the money. He said, I put 20 on it, and it was plus 513. Nice hit. He said, thanks to the live, though. Appreciate you, E and underrated. Okay. Love to hear it. The last night live, Logan made some money from it. That is dope. Make my days here. What's up again? Good to see you, sir. He says, just waiting for the song to pop off. Where you at, boys? Yeah, I was a little late, A little late today. It's all on me. Let's get these bookies. Yes, sir. We're just sitting around waiting for this Gabby news so we can fire off some plays. Kevin Stark says, I want to keep making money. LFG. Okay. What's up, Kevin? Big Kev. Make My Day says, boys are the best in the biz. Only wish Prop would join on a live. Hey, maybe he will. You never know. Life is strange. DG3753 says, bossed up, floss up. Let's go. Okay. People feeling good today. Liking the vibes. Logan says, Messi the GOAT. And then he said, bah. I think that's how he said it. Bah. Pretty good at making goat sounds, huh?
You are.
Thanks. Van Negro Jones. Huh?
I was saying Messi is. Yeah, I gotta go see the ending of that game.
Down 0-1. 2 goals in the last 10 minutes. That's ridiculousness. Something like that. Van Negro Jones says, Sophie 2 threes. And I'm going to push mute. So talk about Sophie for a while so I can roll this up. Okay. Thanks.
Yeah. I mean, Sophie's a fun one. Her performance in the recent 2 games, she scored pretty well from the floor, hit 2 in one game and then 1 in the other, but still was able to get to the free throw line a little bit. And she ended up being kind of more of a slashing role for this matchup. And I would expect about the same thing, in the range of 25, 28 minutes, give or take. As long as she can just, for one, keep the hands to herself, and then 2, hit at least a 3. That's been one of the things kind of holding her back in some of these more recent games. Just, overall volume's not really there. And coach is really sporadic to say the least with her minutes. If she's playing well, they leave her out there. If she's not playing so well, coach really dials some minutes back, like, barely playing 20 minutes. But I like it. 7.5 is a fair line. 1.5 threes makes sense.
Okay. You liked her threes or just the points?
I think the points a little bit more than the threes, but yeah, one and the same. I thought I was really thinking about this under 2.5 rebounds too. That's, I know, a kind of a random prop, but bro, she is just not rebounding.
Really? That's crazy.
I mean, not at all. She's not hitting glass. She's playing a lot more of the old Sophie that we used to see, where she's strictly just a spot up shooter. 3 and D, that is it.
Okay. Sounds good. Big Tory's here. He says, "What up? Let's go. Salon over 3.5 rebounds." Big Salon. Now that I'm sure you're gonna say has to do with Gabby. If Gabby's out, Salon probably gets a few more minutes.
A few more minutes, or at least just more secure minutes at the end of the game. We've had a couple of these where coach really hasn't left her out there with the closers or getting any kind of an extended run in the fourth quarter. Because, last game, for example, still played 27 minutes, but prior games, 23 minutes, close game, 25 minutes, 20 minutes. So it does vary a little bit from game to game with her. Now, the rebounds straight up, we saw some really good and then we saw some really bad in that first game. I don't love this particular spot as far as picking on the rebounds alone, but if Gabby is out, the PR, I think going right back to that would make a lot of sense. The free throw upside for her could be there, but it is a more difficult 3-point shooting spot, and then just general rebounding. We can kind of give this a little look here. So 3-point attempts, you can see Indiana all the way down here at the bottom. Second least attempts over the last month now. And then general rebounding, they are dead last.
Bro, my girl took the lighter again. This is ridiculous.
Blasphemy.
Oh my gosh. What kind of life is this? J-Main says, yo, what up, gang? Are we good with Salon?
What's good, man?
Or did I cut you off?
Yeah.
Okay.
No, I like Salon. It's just a tougher spot for her.
Okay. What's up, J-Man? Good to see you. Logan says LMAO. Kill them all. Kill them all. Kill them all. There you go.
Oh, the bookies.
The key says take Clark everything. Add it. Assists 6 or 7. Hasn't missed at home. Points at 15.5. PRA 25.5 or 26.5. The Keys is liking Caitlin today. I don't blame you. I'm not mad at you, but dang, it's a scary spot, and who knows how back she really is, man. I don't know.
Yeah.
It is a low line, though, for the GOAT herself, who doesn't hurt her ankles. Logan says, I hit on my longer rebounds.
Hey, nice. Yeah, all the bigs came through. I think almost all but one person on the starting 5 hit their rebounds.
Yeah. Damn, man, Malonga. We were so close to a sweep today. Holy moly. We just got to think that we swept in our mind because we did make all the right plays, so we shouldn't feel bad. Tanner Denny says, I got my free VIP last week and got my ass absolutely handed to me. This is the third one. I don't get it, man. You guys got to tell us how you got your ass handed to you. Tanner, let us know what you played and how you got your ass handed to you, because I don't understand that. If you look at our record, we are up. So, I don't know. My accounts are up. I don't know what happened. The Key said minutes restriction will be gone as she has increased from 16 to 24. I'm guessing 30 minutes here. Just cash. Hey, I'm not mad at you, The Keys. I'm not. I hope that happens. Make My Day says Malonga way over 1.5 assists, though, 4 to be specific. There you go. Good call.
Yeah, she was diming a lot in that early part of the game.
Okay, then we have Starfall talking about Thornton unders, which is going to be fun. Hopefully Gabby's in so we can run some of those. F451 says, what up, fellas? Like, comment, share. Appreciate you, bro. We're at 50 likes, guys. We need 19 more for our good luck. 19 more for our good luck. I think we can. We've been getting 100 likes. You guys are amazing lately. F451 says, of course, Miles gets injured with 18 points. Shaking my head. I know.
Quite unfortunate, to say the least.
Man, betting got it was easy. Tyler Why Not says you should look at first quarter, first half bets on this game for good value. Tyler what now? Let's take a look. First half, first quarter, although I will say yet again, there's something about those guys and we've looked at the results. We keep track of all of our wins and losses and which plays they were. First half, first quarter are a little harder than they seem. You are playing value, but sometimes the value doesn't come into play when you don't use the full game. It can work and it can feel good, but I just don't know if it's the best. Even if the value looks right, sometimes it's not the case. Just my opinion, though.
Well, I mean, there is a couple players that are like that. Citron, we know that she's a first quarter mega under kind of player. Clark has been pretty spectacular in the first quarter. We've looked at this all season long. Kelsey Mitchell, not necessarily first quarter, but first half still, really strong performances. Her 10.5 points is quite a bit lower, for good reason for the matchup. But normally this is 11.5 points. It was even up to 12 last game before start. Caitlin, though, her lines are unbelievably low. We talked about this last time, just whatever this minute limit is. Coach had her on a hard 25 minutes, and, she still ended up kind of skirting under that. So she could be right at 24, 26 minutes again. Hopefully we get some kind of speak about it and get a clearer picture. But, yeah, just know she is on a hard limit of some sort. Wow.
Okay, doke. Okie doke. Okie doke. The Key says I have Boston PR as well. Boston today against Golden State. Boston showed the F out against Asia. I know that. So she's coming in feeling good. Will she be able to do that against Golden State, though? I don't know.
Well, she did it one time at the house and then way underperformed in the other one. I think the potential is there. The rebounds, we've seen this plenty in this particular matchup. Golden State will give up a high clip of rebounds. Her line is high. 9.5 is quite high. She's okay. Really going to need the rebounds to carry a lot of weight. Scoring wise, not the best spot to pick on. Golden State is still number 2, least points inside the paint allowed.
Alrighty. Slumber Rhyme says 0 for 5 in first baskets. Who gets it tonight? Aaliyah Boston, Kayla Thornton, or Kelsey Mitchell?
Ooh, that's an interesting call. A lot of the times it is Boston at home. Either her or Caitlin kind of take that first shot. Kayla Thornton, that would be an interesting one. I think if I had to pick, let's go with Clark tonight. I think she shows out for us.
Let's see. We have Josh Gillum says Kia Stokes over 5.5 points.
It's low. She's a low volume shooter. Best you're looking at probably 4 to 6 attempts on a great day. I would never in my life put money on her over points. She can get there, sure, but she's such a bum on the offense.
Bum. What a word. Great word. Yeah, that's a scary one, man. Up the SCO 23 says any money lines, and then Josh Gillum also says Kelsey Mitchell under 2.5. I'm gonna let you do those two because I gotta run into the other room real quick, and I'll be right back. 1 minute.
Yeah, Mitchell threes are a little bit scary. She's been hitting at a pretty high volume or pretty high efficiency. That I think kind of worries me. She did get there in 1 out of the 2 games. Oh, no, she didn't. Actually, she stayed under that too. That one's probably easier route for her to get to, honestly. If she's just teeing off from 3, variance can happen there. I wish she was at or on the road. That would make me feel a little bit better about that. But it's not bad. It's still a way for her to stay under. And then money lines. Let's see. Let's talk about that. Oop. Got some updates here. Sorry, 1 second. All right. This one's a tough one. Honestly, Golden State, great defense all around. Hate that it's on the road, Indy, but wouldn't be shocked to see them pick up the dub. I just hate picking on Indiana at home. That's like the only time when they're extremely well, just well-rounded team. Wouldn't shock me to see them lose either, but they are much better at the house.
Okie dokie. I'm back, sir.
Hey, I do like this Washington at the house, though. I will say that's a low-key little sneaker.
Are you saying you're jumping out of this? We don't take money line things for today.
If I was to play money lines in my life, this Washington one is not a bad one.
Okay. Washington looks decent, usually.
You could probably even get away with something like that plus alt total for this under. Some good defense out there. Could be without a few key players too.
Okay.
I know you're like, yep, pass.
Yep. Hold on.
Pass.
There you go. J Main says Boston over. I'm saying the same thing for J Mains. Boston over 16.5 points. Burton over 11.5 points for me. Good luck, J Main. Good luck, bro. Hey, I'd take Boston over Burton. I'll tell you that. But who knows? I mean, if Gabby's out, Burton might actually do a little more. I wouldn't be mad about that. But if Gabby's in, 11.5 for Burton, that's going to be tough for her. Just saying. We don't have any news yet. Still waiting. Josh Gillum says Boston at 15.5 on Prizepicks. It's pretty low.
Is that a regular line or?
I don't know. He just says at 15.5 on Prizepicks. Guys, we're at 63 likes. We need 6 more likes for that lucky number. Whoever hits that 69th like or right around that 69th like to help it to get to 69 will receive good luck. Not just normal good luck, like extra good luck.
Oh yeah, I think they're kind of whittling her lines back down between the two. Prizepicks just took her down altogether. They got the 15.5 for the Goblin and then 16.5 for the Demon play. So she'll probably just come back at 16.
Josh Gillum says, I hate Golden State's coaches, man. She will play 15 people if she could. But I like it, Josh, because it's good for unders. And they have fresh people in there playing defense, which is another good thing for unders on the other side. So this is one of my favorite games. You can tell I'm excited. Golden State games, I'm excited for Golden State games. Woo, 68 likes, guys. Hit the next one. Whoever hits the next one. Waiting.
Oh, for sure. No.
Woo!
I mean,
3 people at once. Good luck.
That's why we like this team so much is they already, as it is, run a fairly wide rotation. I mean, coaches, no problem running 11, all 12 players, whatever. And then they're just playing really good defense, too. So that just kind of is the cherry on top for us on the other side of limiting things, too. And, anytime they're on the slate, it's just a whole bunch of unders to be had.
I know. That's why I love it. Damn, y'all smashed the like button. Thank you. Guys, appreciate it a lot. It really helps us. I know we say it a lot, but it's true. So we really appreciate it. This is our 3rd stream in 24 hours, so starting to turn into who are some of the cool streamers out there? The cool kids.
It don't even matter. We're here now.
Yeah, get out of here, guys. All right, let's see. Mike Jones says, fellas, what's up? What's up, Mike Jones? Sean Drake,
man.
Sean Drake says, I'm going camping regardless if the play is hit or not. There you go, Sean Drake. He's got a backup plan regardless. That's what's up. Okay, let's see. Josh says, Clark under 6.5 assists. Oh boy, you want to live on the edge.
I mean, honestly, it's not the worst look because we know there's going to be a little bit more tougher time, at least for Mitchell. And then it's mostly just Boston. I think for her, whatever the defense is going to throw at her, it's going to affect a lot of that. But also, we saw, Indiana really just tee off from 3 this last game. So that's always a thing that can really just happen with them is, they catch fire from 3 and Clark's just making those first passes and they shoot, and it is what it is. Not exactly the best history for her in the assist department. I mean, I get it. Might be asked just to score the ball tonight. Honestly, that would not surprise me in the slightest. I like the matchup for her to go under, but these lines are low. They are so low.
They're low if she's going to play normal minutes, that's for sure.
Yeah. She's been a nice live under. That's been something the bookies really just aren't sure how to adjust, properly in the moments. Because she'll score a couple times or get a few assists. And I remember last time, I could not believe they had her assist was all the way up to 8.5, 9.5 line. And she did nothing in the second half.
That's the thing, man, with WNBA, with the live, they don't have a human sitting there changing it regardless. So that's when you can definitely make money. They probably have a hired NBA guy sitting there and making sure stuff happens during the games, but I'm pretty sure WNBA is just an automated thing. So Caitlin goes out in 3 minutes and we see she's going to play 20 minutes. They're going to leave her lines the same and you can smash the shit out of them. So interesting way to look at stuff. But yeah, I don't know. I definitely wouldn't go under her today. I'll tell you that. Jason Holland says, what's your take on Salon and Stokes rebounds?
Stokes, you could probably talk me on a little bit more so of the two. Salon just depends on Gabby, truthfully. She'll be shooting the ball more if Gabby's out. If not, she'll come and just do her normal bench role. Tough spot scoring from 3, tough rebound spot.
The Key says Clark assists is easy money. The Valk are leaking assists to the point guard, has cleared over 6 in both. I like 6.5. I feel you, the Keys. I feel you, bro. I'm not betting it because it's Golden State, and I don't know about Clark's minutes, and I don't like betting maybes, but I definitely lean the over. Andre says Boston RA 9.5 alt.
Some Boston, eh?
Boston.
Now her assist, very interesting. This was something kind of on the radar last night. 2.5. She's been a fair playmaker for most of the season, so not really asking much or more extra than what we normally see out of her. The rebound line is really high. I wish this was at 8.5 personally, but I get it. I think for this matchup, her seeing a more formidable defense down low, it would make sense for her to kick it out. I just don't know. Relying on these other wing players besides Clark is tough. You might get a couple duds. You might get her really going tonight. You never know. But it's a fair look nonetheless.
All right. When's this game again? Is it in an hour or is it later tonight?
In an hour, yeah.
Oh, boy. Okay, that news is coming up. Better get my accounts ready. Let me get my Bovada logged in. All right.
Random news while we're talking about that already. So for tomorrow, Phoebish is going to be out. Satu Sabali is out. And then Alana Smith popping up as a doubtful for Thursday.
Okay.
So just stuff to know.
Good. Thanks. Double Down says lots of unders. Yeah, we like unders, man. Unders hit more than overs. It's just a known fact. So if you can find the right ones, it's definitely a good thing to try to do. It will help your life. Josh Gillum says Boston over 2.5 turnovers.
Oh, that's a fun one.
There you go. Turnover guy.
Yeah, you could talk me into that.
Let's see what you have to say.
Turnover. That one smacked in the first quarter.
Oh, boy. Are we 1-0 in turnovers? We've only done one.
That's right. One and done, baby.
One and done. All right.
Yeah, Boston's not bad. I think the line is pretty appropriate. 1.5 would have been outstanding. Yeah, I do like the matchup, though. It's a good spot for it. She's good for about one self-turnover a game. Just needs some help on the other side.
My favorite over turnover was Nate Howard back in the day. Nate Howard.
It's beautiful.
Nate Howard loves turning the ball over. Traveling, offensive foul, throwing the ball away. There's so many ways for her. Alizar says, how do you feel about Boston over 18.5 PA?
Honestly, that one could be even better. We looked at the assist already. There's reasonable upside for her there. The points, I could see it being more of a potential scoring spot for her than Kelsey Mitchell tonight. She's played really, really well at the house too. We just need that Gabby news,
Yeah, we need that Gabby news. Come on, Gabby news.
It's a good line though.
It is. There's a lot of good lines because these defenses are tough. So the lines are going to look good for overs, but boy, oh boy, they might not be, guys. We'll see. We will see. Josh says it's going to be a Cheng type game. They never have props. I got to that already. My bad. Okay, here we go. Saint422 says, do you think Veronica Burton under 5.5 assists is a good bet?
Yeah. I mean, the assist or even the RA, like both of those. She only had 3 assists in the previous 2 games against Indiana. And Indiana is one of the bottom of the barrel for the assist allowed. So yeah, 5.5. I would love 6.5 line, but bookies already know. But even the RA, I think that one's also just as comparable, 8.5.
Mike Burke says, heard you were sweating my Shakira rebounds, LOL.
Hey, we were sweating it there for a second, but came through for us and cleared both that prop and the bump line too.
And the under assist was sweat free.
Oh yeah, not even a chance.
Oliver Deere says, what are you running for the 5 p.m. game? We are waiting for the news with Gabby being the main thing here. All we need is Gabby in, and then we have some unders in the bottom left-hand corner of the screen. Those are our 3 plays we like so far.
Yep. Look at the Kelsey Mitchell under, Thornton unders tonight, and Miss Burton. It sucks we're having to wait on news, but I mean, honestly, fam, don't go too crazy with the game tonight. It could be a very underwhelming game. All in all, it would not shock me in the slightest. One really good defense, pretty good offense, pretty good defense. On the other side, it's either going to be a shootout or a slogfest inside the paint.
Double Down says Sophie 7.5 points. You already said you kind of like that?
I do. Yeah.
Okay. Sean Drake says, even though USA didn't make the final, I can still go back to earlier this year and watch US beat Canada at hockey.
Yeah, that's right.
Okay.
We wanted something, baby.
All right. Edwin says, expecting Clark to go over 30 minutes today at home. I'm taking the 15.5 points. Hey, I don't blame you. It's a very interesting game because Golden State is that good on defense. Caitlin Clark is that good, period. And if she gets 30 minutes, I mean, if we knew she was playing the minutes 100%, I mean, he says he thinks that she is, but the only scary part is his coach. She might not, just to be a stupid ass coach that she is. So I don't know. I can't bet on it personally, but I could definitely see it, and I definitely lean that way with you, Edwin, for sure. Mid-range Bully says, how do you feel about Burton under 8.5 RA if Gabby's in? Okay, interesting. Burton under 8.5 RA. Mm-hmm. Mid-range Bully been coming with these. I've been noticing. So
yep. We were just talking about that. I think with different approach to the assist line, that one's totally fine as well.
Now, if her RA is 8.5, her assists 5.5, rebounds 3.5, but there's a lot of juice on the under to both of those. So the 8.5 is decent value. And if you add the points, 12.5 and 8.5, you get 21. Our PRA is 20.5. Yeah, it's kind of like everything is pretty similar, but yeah, that RA does make sense. That really does make sense. Tough assist spot, tough rebound spot. Tough scoring spot, though, too. Just keep going back everywhere. Just Burton unders. Just everywhere you want to say. Burton under if Gabby's in. Cool. I'm with them all. JT Paul says, damn, just got in here, man. Tried to stay up yesterday, but had to get in and go to work. Let's keep this shit going.
What's good, man? Hey, hopefully you had a good day at work. Yeah, we were pretty tired after the stream last night, but if y'all missed it, hopefully you peeked the video, skip through a little bit and saw what we needed to for the morning games.
Edwin says, gotta have lighters on deck. I know, bro. I'm tripping. I do this all the time, too. I have lost so many lighters. It's crazy. Vinegro Jones says, Boston double-double. And on that note, I'm going to go get this backup lighter since he said that. I'll be right back.
Boston double-double, I mean, it's not bad. I like her at the house if there's a time to pick on some overs for her. This could be it. Matchups just is a bit of a tougher one. You know, she not exactly great historically against them. It's mostly just, points, minutes on the court, rebounds really struggled. We saw a night and day difference between the two games. She's not bad, but not exactly the most ideal matchup to pick on Golden State. Second best in points allowed inside the paint. All right.
Okay, I'm back.
No idea when this getting. Hey, there you are. I was just about to say.
We taking the Fever or Golden State? Jay Ramirez says.
That's tough. If Gabby plays, might have to lean towards Golden State, but I kind of think Indiana gets a dub here tonight. Tonight feels like it's just going to be a weird game from Golden State.
Okay. Oliver says I have a full 6 leg. Oh boy. Good luck.
Game slate. Let's go.
Good luck, man. Good luck. Tyler says first half bets. People liking these quick bets.
I mean, with these two teams, honestly, it's kind of hard for that. Caitlin Clark, I do like her first quarter, first half points. PRA, I think, is still fine. Boston, fantasy, or probably going to pass. And then Kelsey Mitchell, her 10.5 points are discounted from what they normally are. Golden State, good on everything over there. Can't trust anybody. Minutes too volatile.
All right. Tarzan says, do we know if Gabby's playing? We do not, sir. We are waiting on the news very patiently, getting all our plays ready in different tabs. So right when the news comes out, we can get them in before they try to change the lines on us. Make My Day says, what happened to the haircut, E?
Oh, I'm going to get it here soon. Don't you worry. I was actually going to go get it yesterday, but, we decided...
Got a lot of work. Got a lot of work to do. Been a lot of games, man. Been early games, no sleeping. Got to eat still. Got to go to the bathroom still. I mean, time.
I'll get one soon. Don't you worry. Don't you worry.
Alizar says, between Thornton under 8.5 points and under 15.5 PRA, where would you lean?
Probably the PRA, honestly. If she's going over, it'll be from the scoring and the points. So, just take the higher number and hope she doesn't get there. Or hope she just doesn't play her normal minutes. Right,
and I will say, throw this out there if people aren't too familiar with unders. I've been doing unders for a long time. I love unders like my life depended on it. And when you're going unders on a player like Thornton or a player that you think maybe the minutes have something to do with it, or a blowout or something like that, where you're like, oh, they're going to play less time, you always want to go PRA because it's harder for them to get to PRA with less minutes. So just keep that in the back of your mind as a little tip. Alizar says Mitchell under 22.5 PR. I'm not mad at that. But the fantasy on Underdog feels a little better at 30. 31? 31.
Yeah, 31.05 on the Underdog was probably the best look. I don't mind the PR either. She has been rebounding more lately, but some favorable matchups too along the way. Yeah, anything just to get a higher line with her, I think makes a lot of sense.
Burton is 11.5 on Underdog. So I can't play that with Mitchell.
They might know. They might know.
Oh, who's the other one? Burton? Is Burton on Underdog? Not Burton, I'm sorry. Is Thornton on Underdog?
Thornton is, but we just have the PR line, unfortunately.
No PRA, huh? Damn.
Mm-mm.
So what can I
her fantasy bumped again. It's down to 15.05.
Wow. Well, what can I even play with Kelsey Mitchell's fantasy here?
That's a tough thing. We might have to be digging in the bag for the MPB or something. I mean, I see they at least have the board up for us, but yeah, do we not have any? Yeah, we don't have any props for tomorrow yet. Underdog's just slacking on us.
Man, Underdog's been slacking. I lost you. E, come back to us. I don't know if we're still on, guys. Let me hit refresh. Oh, are we here? I don't know. Oh, he's coming back. Let's see. I'm here, and E is here, and I don't know if the stream is still going, but I believe it is. I think it is. I think we're fine.
Yeah.
Let us know, guys.
Yeah, I don't know what that was. Sorry.
He said, you're roboting, and then...
We might be having some rain come through. There's been a lot of storms in this last week or so. But all right, back to where we were. We were talking about trying to find a pair for Kelsey Mitchell. Now I still don't mind even. I think the PRA also for Burton. Not that mad at the fantasy. We got to leave that alone. Can't mess with her blocks and steals with Clark on the other side. Let's see. Oh, and her first half also. That was something I wanted to look at. Let's see.
People said we're still here. If I click...
Yeah, we should be good to go.
Are we good? Okay.
Yeah.
Coolio.
Sorry about that, y'all. Anyways, with the Kelsey Mitchell fantasy, we just got to wait on news because it's really tough to fire up any of these other plays. Unless you got something for MPB, maybe we got in the back pocket here.
Such a small board. That Watanabe under 5.5Ks is interesting. I have to look at that a little bit more, but that could work.
Well, we'll look and see. I mean, this news should pop up anytime now, so we'll kind of circle back to this. But let's keep going.
Yeah,
where were we at on questions? Sorry,
I don't even know. I'm just everywhere now, guys. Okay, I had to scroll down because I wanted to see everyone, make sure that we were still here. Now we are. Okay, we're past the... Okay, here we go. So the next one is Aaliyah Boston to score 15. How confident are you in that?
I like her at home. She's been really, really good at home.
Okay. Tori says Gabby under 2.5 assists if she plays. Ooh, that's scary, Tori. 3.5's been our sweet spot, but 2.5? Would you chance it, E?
I'd still probably play it.
Woo!
You're gonna be walking the line, but it's still, I think, within play. She did pop off a little bit in those games earlier this season, so maybe that kind of puts a little bit more fear in my heart. I don't know how she had 9 potentials at the second game. The first one makes a lot more sense. 5 potentials, she got 3. Okay, that's fairly lucky. Her potential's been way down.
I think it was just different back then, the way they were playing back in May and how they're playing now. Plus, if she's having an injury, you got that on your side as well. She might not play as much. Always that.
Exactly.
When you're taking unders. So, Sandra B says, hey, just got in and I was number 69. Let's go.
Let's go.
All right.
Lucky number.
Chris Smith said, nuh-uh, got you for 69, bruh. All right. Well, both of you get it. How about that? You both get the extra good luck today. Appreciate you guys. Jay Ramirez says, are we taking Fever money line?
I low-key kind of like it. Do we got the Fever tonight? Is that what's going on here?
Man. They look good last game. The thing is, if you rewind back when they were playing the shit teams and they were barely beating them, they looked like they weren't even going to the playoffs or barely making it to the playoffs. Then they whooped the Aces one time and all of a sudden they're great again. I don't know, guys. We'll see. I can't bet on it.
I do. Yeah, man. I mean, if this was at Golden State, this I think would be a super easy answer here. But I don't know. Something about Indiana. I feel like they pick up the dub here surprisingly tonight and then lose the next 2 games on Friday and Saturday.
Okay. Sandra B says, nah, it's at 8 p.m. Eastern. Oh. Let's see.
Oh, is it?
I hope so. Then we have an extra hour.
Well, Prizepicks had the timers wrong earlier.
Oh.
Yeah, it's at 8 Eastern.
Okay, cool. So
Sweet.
we got an extra hour. Right on, Sandra. Appreciate it.
you.
Mario Riley's back. What's up, man? He always has the under fantasy. Oh, he said thank you for the Hamby under. The underdog streak getting bigger. Let's go with the streak, baby.
Let's go.
Good one. Good one.
Pretty easy.
Small Gonzo says Boston over 6 rebounds.
Oh, yeah. It's an alt line. Just know your payout.
All right.
Yeah, it's a super alt.
GGB, I'll say. Sophie 2 threes made. Bang, bang. He says. There you go.
Yep. We like Sophie. I think she's a solid middle play today.
Sean says, if Gabby's out, can we play Salon PRA over?
Yeah, you can talk me into that. How many assists did she have last game? Maybe leave the assist off. I mean, what are we getting for it? Just 1 PA? Are they adding 2? Nah, I would not play the 18.5. I mean, the assist I don't think is worth it at all. Gabby's not playmaking. That's not something she's picking up in the usage department. 16.5 PR though. Yeah, that looks about right. You there?
I muted it. Sorry, sir. I am not a professional, whatever the opposite of that is. Justin says Valks road weary. Even though they had a 4-day rest, the Fever are relentless.
They fight till the end. I mean, that team is a never say die. Coach White is, doing her own game plan on the side, but they play hard, especially at home. They really try for the home crowd.
Okay. Alexander says Boston over 16.5 and home team total at half over 40.5. He's thinking they're gonna score against Golden State.
Think so?
I don't know.
Well, I mean, Golden State is coming off of some extra rest. The last time they played was on the 10th. They could come out easily firing. Let's see. And Indy played on the 12th, so they still have a reasonable amount of rest too. But this game's either going one of two ways. It's going way over the total. They're going to come out slinging threes, and there's just going to be minimal defense played inside the paint. Or it's going to be a slog fest, very underwhelming. 3-point falling is going to be terrible, and we're going to see them slog it out with a bunch of free throws in the paint.
I know one thing. I can't wait to see. This is going to be a fun game. F451 says RotoWire has Clark projected at 25 minutes.
Yep, that's what I'm worried about.
Yeah, I hate this coach. If I never said it, I hate this coach. Make My Day says Sophie over 7.5, Salon over 12.5 points. Done. He's ready. He's locked in, he said. Alizar says I took Burton over 11.5 points. No matter what. All right. Hey, if you got your gut calls and you feel it, go for it. I'm not here to tell you not to do it. I'm just here to tell you what I think, and for whatever that's worth. Chris Smith says I picked the finest chicks. I like that, Chris. I picked the finest chicks, and I picked their over, and it's, what's that word? Assault cashed?
Usually cash.
Oh, usually cashed? Okay, Chris. I like it. I picked the finest chicks, he says, and picked the over. You should pick the finest chicks and pick the under, I bet. That'd be better, but who knows? Derek says, what y'all think about Salon over 2 threes?
Yeah, I mean, it's not a bad play. Not a great matchup. She played really poor and really well in the 2 games. Not exactly the most ideal matchup. Indy is bottom, second least attempts allowed per game. So just know what you're getting into. That's what she does. She's a 3-point shooter, but Gabby plays minutes and stuff like that. Can take a step back.
JT Paul says, hell nah, not 6 picks. That's crazy. Yeah, people putting in 6 picks, JT. I don't know, man. I don't know. People have been, people like lottery tickets, I guess. I don't know. That's not what I'm doing. But to each their own, and good luck to them. Andre said, Boston RA 9.5 alt. I believe you talked about that. And then this is where our stream was cutting out. We're already to there. That's nice. We're getting good. Starfall says, Thornton under 1.5 threes is okay if you don't mind a less payout. I don't mind a less payout ever. Depending on what the payout is for the play, do you like Thornton under 1.5 threes?
I do. I think we actually were talking about this earlier today. The payout really just being the only kind of blemish about it. But 1.5 is pretty high for her. Not the best matchup. Again, Indiana doesn't really allow that from the 3-point line. Tough spot for her today. She's going to have to beat us on the inside and or from the free throw line.
Yeah, that makes sense. I like the Burton under 1.5 threes as well. I like them both. Edwin says, yep, it's at 8 p.m. Cool. So the game, we have another hour to figure it out and get in our place. Oliver says, Aaliyah Boston, 2 turnovers.
2 turnovers.
Gabby William fantasy over, Kayla under PR, Kelsey under PRA, Veronica under PRA. What's your thoughts? Okay, let's do these slowly. Aaliyah Boston, 2 turnovers. Gabby Williams fantasy over. Kayla under PRA, we know we like. Kelsey under PRA, we somewhat like. If you're on Underdog, you should grab the fantasy Kelsey under, I think. And Burton under PRA.
Yeah, let me see what Gabby's line was. Boston, the turnovers we already talked about. It was 2.5 on Prizepicks earlier, so at least for 2, I like that. Not sure what the payout is off the top of my head, but slight price difference on Gabby's fantasy, 24 on Prizepicks, 22.05 on Underdog. So that one obviously the better matchup or the better line for us to take. I like Gabby's fantasy. I mean, you're mostly just putting all your stock into her stocks, blocks and steals, whatever that kind of looks like. Her RA has been all over the place this season. So, just know and accept the risk that you're going into. She could get somewhere in the range of 6 to 10 or real good chance 3 to 5 is, your likely outcome. I do like the blocks and the steals, both Mitchell and Clark alike, and even Boston for that matter. Usually good for a couple turnovers. Just minutes for her, that kind of being another thing. Her minutes are way, way down.
Okie doke. Is that all of them?
Yeah, well, we've already talked about Kayla Thornton ad nauseum, Boston ad nauseum, and I most of those pretty well answered.
Yeah, man. Okay, cool. A lot of questions for one game. Appreciate it, though. It's fun. It's fun, though, because we really, really get in depth. I feel like we learn every single time, so nothing wrong with it.
For sure.
Just get ready.
Hey, Gabby's lines her lines are unbelievably low. Like, let me just tell you flat out, all the props for most of these Golden State players are fairly low, but we should get this news. I was hoping to hear within the next hour, but we'll see.
As we were just going through all this stuff for one game, I was like, it reminds me of like a test. It's like we're cramming in for a test, making sure we have all the info, getting ready for the questions, what happens in the game, for the live betting. It's like a little pop quiz we got coming up. Edwin says PR for Salon.
Yep. Yeah, I mean, hey, Salon and Gabby, honestly, both interchangeable here. Almost identical lines, which is crazy too.
Yeah.
Salon's okay. Just her minutes a little bit more volatile lately. Hope she plays over 25 minutes.
Yeah, she's been. We'll see. Alexander says Kelsey under points. We do like her under points at 21.5 from yesterday, but now we should pivot to the under fantasy on Underdog if you are there. If you're not there, though, what's your favorite Kelsey under at this point? If you don't have Underdog, you going straight points, 20.5?
Yeah, points or PR, either one.
Okay.
Either.
Young Gremlin says Boston over 14.5. People liking Boston. Alexander says, I think Boston has a great night. All right. People thinking Boston's coming through against Golden State. I can see it. House Browntown Mouse says Kelsey has been killing it without Gabby. I like her over. So some people like her over, some people like her under. Kelsey's going to have to go up against the number one defense today, and I cannot wait to see. Young Gremlin says Billings 5.5 over.
Or points or rebounds?
I think it's points. I could be wrong, but I think it's points.
It's a low sweat. Not exactly the best matchup, but whatever her minutes are, she plays over 20, 25 minutes. Sure, she plays under that. She's probably not getting there.
Yeah. Coin flipper. Alexander says Kelsey does bad against this team. Seems like everyone does bad against this team the way they play defense, so I'm hoping so. We got her under. House Brown Town Mouse, I love the name, says, who can guard her off the dribble without Gabby?
They'll probably put like Zan and Lassini or have Salon out there and kind of float her between the two of them. But that is, really kind of why we're just waiting on the news right now is, we do need Gabby out there because she's one of their best wing defenders.
Mike Burke has a cool plan here with some alts. Sleeper slip, he says. Burton 4 assists. And Mike, I will say, hopefully you have a boost or something on that or you don't have any books because usually these alts are really rough as far as what value you're getting. But that being said, Burton 4 assists, Salon 10 points, Boston 10 points, Clark 6 assists. Which do you like? Which do you not like?
I do like them all. The Salon for 10 or more points, maybe the more scary of the options there, but they do make sense.
Okay. Toronto game was fishy as hell. I'm sitting out a bit. Hey, bro, if you feel that way, you definitely should just chill and watch until you're feeling right about it. I'm with it. Black Star to God says Caitlin Clark under 26.5 PRA. What do you think? I can't do it. Black Star to God. I can't do it. It's Caitlin Clark. And her lines are on the lower side. She might go under, but I can't bet on it.
Yeah, there's a real good chance she could stay under. If she's on that hard minutes limit again, we'll see that real fast. I think, honestly, man, if she was playing, 2-minute intervals or 4-minute intervals? It was two, right?
2 games ago. Last game, she played more.
Okay. Yeah. I think the first quarter will probably tell us a lot of what the actual rotation looks like. Because if she's playing a healthy chunk of that first quarter, that minutes overall could look a lot closer to 30, and that's going to make her lines appealing. I just wish this was a different matchup. Like, Golden State, she's going to have Burton on her the entire game. So it's not like she's going to have the best matchup by any means. She'll just have her looks for, being able to chuck it from 3. So whatever happens from there, we'll see.
Yeah, and this brings up a point. If you're in a state where you have DraftKings or Onyx or Fanatics, there's a few others that have live betting. This is where you would, if you could, make that instead of betting at pregame. This is a perfect spot to do that. Just wait and see how Clark looks. Wait and see what her minutes look like, and then you can decide from there. Because, like we were saying earlier, the bookies are not humans. They're not sitting there changing these lines. So there's going to be an algorithm moving those lines, and you can take advantage of that. So make sure if you're in a state that has that option, take advantage, because I wish I was, and I'd be... Man. Okay. Young Gremlin says, is her rebound going to hit? Whose rebound?
I don't know, but I hope so for you. I hope so.
I do too. That mother effer says, under game total? Do you like the under game total?
Bro, it would not surprise me to see this one be a bit of a sinker. They had two really high scoring ones this season already, but we saw a couple of them last season where they looked a little bit different.
100 likes. Let's go. You guys are dope. Appreciate you. Very much so. Young Gremlin says, is Janelle Salon going to hit 4.5 rebounds? That's what he meant. Salon 4.5 rebounds. Oh, then he said 3.5. So I don't know. Young Gremlin's everywhere today.
3.5. Yeah, you can talk me on that for sure. That's not a bad line at all.
Okay.
The 4.5, nah, I'll probably pass on that one.
That mother effer says, I took the Valkyries plus 2.5.
Okay.
Sir Christian Gomez says, thanks for the coffee and Hamby picks. Chat, Burton under 5.5 assists today? Question mark.
A lot of Burton unders to be had. I mean, honestly, I think all of her lines are in play, assuming that Gabby plays now.
Right. Salute to the vibes in this B.I.H. JT Paul says. Right back at you, bro. House Browntown Mouse says, hit big in the Lynx game. McBride is a wagon. Wow, McBride's still continuing? I was sleeping through that game. She did it again, huh?
She snapped off for another 20 plus.
Wow, McBride. All right, well, she might be real. Young Gremlin says, Salon 3.5 rebounds again. Young Gremlin and that Salon rebounds, I'll tell you. Alexander says, let's try a fun bet. Fever -5 first. Let's sweat it out. I think he means first quarter.
Probably, yeah.
Okay. Let's sweat it out, Alexander. Fever -0.5. Okay. And we got to the end. Mary Smith says Veronica under 5 assists. I'd say if you can get the 5.5, obviously it'd feel a little bit better. But
yeah. If it's on Prizepicks, I'd probably even just pivot to the PA or the PRA underdog, and most of the other sites have the 5.5. But yep.
Okay.
Alrighty. Woo! We made it to the end. You guys are amazing. Y'all are seriously amazing. I think that is going to do it for us today, but we got a lot of stuff going on heading into the weekend. So tomorrow being Thursday, we got 2 games, and then we'll be ramping up for Friday. I would imagine with it being 4 games, we'll have a lot of stuff early on tomorrow. So be on the lookout for that, and we'll get cooking here soon. Just know that not losing is the same as winning. Don't force bets. Don't just be like, oh, I missed out on the game earlier on this morning. Got to get some action in. Like, pump the brakes. Play it cool. I promise long term, this is a marathon. This is not a sprint. We'll have plenty of live stuff to pick up if the game blows out. We've been capitalizing on that lately too. And then a more fruitful slate going into the weekend. So plenty of money to be made, fam. Just hang tight. We're going to get y'all there, I promise. But be a part of the Discord. Come check it out. Hit that like button on the way out if you haven't already. We'll see you guys in the chats for this game in later. Good luck tonight on everything. Shut up.
Bye.
We'll see y'all later. Right?
Fuck you, Prizepicks! Fuck you, Prizepicks! Fuck you, Prizepicks!
But I'm had enough.
Fuck you,